Do you want to learn about Massachusetts state government? Well, let me teach you. Let's start off with Massachusetts history. The Pilgrims established the Mayflower Compact in 1620, which was a set of laws that each person would follow that would create a sense of unity. In 1630, Puritans created the Massachusetts Bay Company. This would create a government where free men elected a governor and a single legislative body called the Great and General Court. Free men were white males who owned property and paid taxes. The Great and General Court was made up of assistants and deputies. In 1641, the legislature created the Body of Liberties. It was a set of principles that protected individual liberties. In 1644, the single body legislature became a bicameral legislature. It separated into the House of Assistants, later became the Senate, and the House of Deputies, which later became the House of Representatives. In 1780, after the American Revolution, John Adams installed a government of an executive and two-tier general court to be elected by property owners and taxpayers. In the future, there were amendments that granted all men and women the right to vote and hold office. Massachusetts is the only one of 13 original states still governed under its first constitution. It, however, has been amended many times. Let's talk about Massachusetts' executive branch. The current governor is Charlie Baker. The current lieutenant governor is Karen Polito. The governor is popularly elected every 4 years, and they are not subject to term limits. Baker, the governor, has the power to line item veto. This was recently urged by the pro-life community in Massachusetts regarding the Infanticide Act that allows and expands access to all abortions. Let's talk about Massachusetts legislative branch. The Massachusetts Senate is comprised of 40 members, with each senator elected to represent a district consisting of approximately 159,000 people. The Senate meets every 72 hours year-round in either formal or informal sessions to consider legislation. Massachusetts Senate is led by the President of the Senate, who is elected by members of the body at the beginning of each 2-year legislative session. The Massachusetts House of Representatives has 160 members, each representing a district of approximately 40,000 people. The House may not adjourn itself for more than 2 days, meeting year-round in either formal or informal sessions to consider legislation. The Massachusetts House is led by the Speaker of the House, who is elected by the members of the body at the beginning of each 2-year legislative session. The current Speaker of the House is Robert DeLeo. This Massachusetts legislature, known as General Court, is different from federal legislature because they deal with issues pertaining to Massachusetts only. Let's talk about Massachusetts judicial branch. Judges in Massachusetts are appointed by the governor with the advice and consent of the Executive Council, also known as the Governor's Council. Judges serve lifetime appointments with mandatory retirement at age 70. A huge case that Massachusetts Supreme Court has decided was the Commonwealth of Massachusetts versus Malone in 1923. The 1921 Maternity Act gave states money for programs aimed to help mothers and their infants. A woman named Frothingham thought the act would increase her taxes, so she tried to sue the federal government. The Supreme Court unanimously held she did not have standing because the injury was too small and indeterminable. This case launched the rule that requires taxpayers to show particularized injury traceable to a legal violation that can be redressed. Without the decision, it would be a lot easier to take a suit to court.